at the meeting now. That's a good number. Pretty sure I'm recording. There we go. Right, so straight line graphs plotting from equations. So this is going to be building on what we did last lesson. So just to remind you what you were doing last lesson, guys, you were completing a table of values or popping some values into a table using the equation of a line and just literally popping your x value into the equation and working out in turn what the y value was. Now, what we're going to do today, we're just going to take this a step further and actually end up plotting that line. And so I'm just going to model one of the questions here. OK, so with this particular question here, the line that we've been asked to plot is y equals 2x plus 1. Well, yes, not much of a lag today. That's good news. Now, we need to go and plot it, reading the question, between x equals -3. So all the way from over from where I'm just circling that -3 on the graph. So the line's going to have to go all the way from over there. And it's got to go all the way up to +3. All the way up to +3. Now those numbers are going to change every single question, so you've got to keep an eye on that. So what we're going to need to know for both -3 and +3, we're going to need to know what the appropriate y value is. So just form a little table. All right, and into your x values, put the two that you need to work out, which are -3 and +3. And for each of those in turn, we're going to work out what the y value is. So let's go into it for when x is -3. So we're popping -3 up into the equation. OK, so we're saying that y equals 2 lots of whatever -3 is. And once we've done that, we're going to add on 1. Well, 2 lots of -3 are -6. And when we add on 1, we get -5. So when x is -3, y is -5. So you are going to have to go in on Dr. Frost, go and drag that point there, which is already on Dr. Frost, and drag that down to the coordinate -3, -5, which is down there. And that will start your line off. All right, that coordinate there is 3 to the left and 5 down. And then we're going to go and repeat it for our second coordinate, the one I've done in green, that +3. So you're now going to take that +3 and pop it into the equation. So its corresponding y value is going to be 2 lots of 3, and then we're adding on 1. 6 add 3 equals 7. So you're going to have to plot the coordinate 3, 7. So going over to your Dr. Frost software, you're going to have to drag that point that's presently on the screen there and drag that all the way over to the coordinate 3, 7. Drag that point over to the coordinate 3, 7. And I think what should happen then, that line will form between those 2 points. So your line will end up being a nice straight line between -3, -5 and 3, 7. Obviously yours would be a nice straight line, but your line will move to being over there. And that's all we're going to be doing today, guys. So you're just going to be working through a bunch of questions where you are basically just plotting, you're creating your own table and you're plotting the 2 extreme ends of the line. So you just need to see where each question wants you to plot between. And for each of those x values, you work out the appropriate y value. Those are your 2 endpoints, and the line will form between the 2. So that's it. That's the only example I'm doing today. All the questions are similar to that. Some a bit trickier, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to them. So I'm going to stop the recording now. I can see that there's a couple of questions, but I'm just going to wait until the recording.